Yeah, if there's other people signing up on agenda items, of course.
Mayor, Council, first I'd like to give my condolences to Dr. Colbert and the loss in her family.
I know.
Business at hand. I'm glad Brian came in when he did. Last council meeting, I'm almost going to be repetitious about what I said then. What are we doing? Elizabeth, Steve, you all threw this smoke out here that you wanted to, that Brian wanted the permanent position as city manager, so you wanted to open this can of worms again. Brian basically told you in no uncertain terms that he was not going to apply for the job as a permanent city manager. Now I look in the Galveston Daily News yesterday and I actually see some figures that astound me, that you would even be contemplating doing this. Nothing against any of these gentlemen. They're doing what they're supposed to do. They're Texas First is supposed to be looking for jobs because that's their business. The gentlemen who applied are looking for employment. We have an interim city manager. An interim city manager who is doing a good job by all of you all's verbiage that has come out of your mouths. So why would you want to burden the city with anywhere from $150,000 to $200,000 in 7 months of hiring a company to bring you an interim city manager? Look over to your right. You have one sitting there already. Please don't let the people of Galveston begin to wonder what did they elect you for. That's what this boils down to. Or are you doing what the people asked you to come here to do? Or are you doing just some little nonsense that you want to do? My heart of hearts doesn't want me to say this, but my mouth won't allow me to keep it in. What is there? Some underlying motive for trying to get somebody from outside so that they'll owe you a debt and they'll do something that you want to get done here in the city?
30.
You're supposed to be a numbers man, Steve.
20 seconds.
You're supposed to be a numbers man. Well, the numbers are telling you that he's the right man for the job because he's already being paid. And why should you hire on somebody else? You want to deal with public housing, so maybe this is a way for you to deal with it. I don't know what your motives are. Thank you.
Thank you, Leon. David, did you have Mike, I see that you have GHA.
Just change it to the city.
Okay, all right. Would you like to come up and then we'll get David? Because I do have yours, David. Yeah, we'll do Mike and then David. All right, David, then Mike. I'm telling you. And I don't have a timer working. It seems like every meeting we have another piece of equipment that wants to go south on us. But I'll time it here and tell you 30 seconds.
Good evening. If I know Mr. Phillip was going to say all that, he could have called me and I could have stayed home. It's time for my nap. As I sit there listening to the wannabe, and that's not a good name for them, but that's what they are. They want to be the city manager, interim city manager. And they discussed their qualification, and they were all good. Some of them included a joke or two. My question, all of you at one time or another stated that the interim city manager was doing a good job. What else do you need for a short time? Number one, look at the extra expense. 3 months, $100,000 plus, maybe $500,000 longer, just more money. In fact, Mayor, you just said 6-7 months. Just that alone will repair or install sidewalks on the north side of Broadway, where you have an ongoing enforcement of walking in the streets, even taking people to jail, and plenty of citations were issued because of lack of sidewalks. In such a short time, what can be accomplished? What will be accomplished? I tell you, nothing. The budget is due quickly, sooner than quickly. Negotiation with the civil service employees, all of y'all know what that means, and it ain't going to be easy. In the place of some of you want to have a new city manager or interim city manager, I'm like Mr. Phillips. I don't want to say this, but I got to say it. Y'all just want to show pony y'all question asking ability. 6 months of questioning, and then y'all paying for all that money, whoever there. And I say him because I don't see no women. And usually we say him or her, ladies or gentlemen. In this case, we're going to say him. And so you're going to hire somebody, probably spend $1 million out of the budget. And I heard secretary say that we got it in some fund, or the city manager, one of them said, we got it in some fund. Whatever fund you got it in, it come out of my pocket, some of it, because my taxes are current. And so I just don't see the need of you all going through this expense. You've already went through expense getting them down here.
30 seconds.
How's that?
30 seconds.
I got just enough time to go out and get me a stack of bricks and throw them at you all. I don't want to hit nobody. Anyway, but my final say is thank you to all of y'all for listening to me. I think you got a fine gentleman there that would serve in the time that need to be served. By the time a new person get questioned by all of y'all, and some of y'all ask long questions, and you ask them over and over and over again, it'll be 6 months, 3 months test. Let's keep what we got. Thank you.
Oh, nice. I like that. That's a good one. Thank you, David.